The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Through the miserable, blistering snow, we have finally returned to the airwaves. It's the Turning Heel podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
We have reconvened.
Thank fuck. What a fucking couple of weeks this has been, ladies and gents.
Indeed, indeed.
I am stick me in the oven for 25 minutes till golden brown the grizz, and with me as always is creamy in the middle Chris Hughes.
Oh yeah.
Soft on the
Creamy
outside,
as
creamy in the
fuck.
middle. Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie. So, fucking weather and
The weather has been fucking horrendous.
viruses and everything else have pretty much prevented us from doing any podcasting. So essentially, as you're listening to this, you will see that the review of Elimination Chamber will be up roughly about the same time. So this is pretty much going to be a bumper pack of these two pay-per-views. So enjoy 5 hours potentially of us.
Woohoo!
I'm sure that's going to be great for you.
That's exactly what everyone should want. 5 hours of me and you talking shite.
Damn right. And then our new podcast, Talking Shite, comes out. And we can ever get that off the ground.
There will be a new episode of A Haunting Inn next week, though.
Ooh.
And we're covering the Winchester Mystery House, which will be fucking awesome.
Yes. And hopefully you're planning on watching the new film as well before then.
Well, I've decided not to include the film in the podcast.
Ah.
But
I just thought it would have been a nice tie-in,
No, but there's
but-
a reason for it.
Go on.
I want to do like the actual real life stuff because I don't want to watch the film and then accidentally put something in it that's been made up.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm fully intended on watching the film. I'll probably watch it once the episode's recorded, but I don't want the Hollywood fiction contaminating my work that I'm going to do.
Maybe you could do like a little redux, like a little half an hour after it.
Plus, you want to watch it, so we're not going to have time to watch it before fucking Saturday. So
This could be the first start of the movie podcast. The first episode is the Winchester. Or just, I think it's just called Winchester.
it's just called Winchester, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because I've been watching so much more movies recently, and it makes me sad that we don't have a movie podcast to talk about it.
Finding, I don't have time to do one, man. But
Yes,
if
you do.
If you can find another co-host, you can happily be on the HQ network whenever we start actually fucking promoting it as a fucking network, which it totally is never going to be. But you know,
The network is literally just this podcast, which comes out. We attempt to do it every week. Granted, some stuff got in our way, and then
like the whole world ending according to the government. I'm not complaining. I got
Hey.
me time off work.
Hey, red warning, man. I ain't gonna.
That means danger to life.
Someone
But-
did die.
A few people died, but the pub was open. Therefore, I just spent the entire. I just went to fucking the Winchester and let it all blow over. that's what the pub's called.
We'll just
isn't it?
sit here, have a pint, and it is. We'll sit here, have a pint, and wait for this to all blow over.
That's pretty funny.
That is
The pub's
quite
called the Winchester.
weird. Yeah, because see, when I seen that film first come out on the, what do you call it, the trailer, I honestly thought, it's like, is this going to be like the sequel to Shaun of the Dead? Because it was called the Winchester. It's like, that's the pub in the Walking Dead. Shaun of the Dead? Fuck.
But yeah, basically the weather fucked us royally because
Yeah.
like the weather was bad for 2 days, but it was then the massive knock-on effect after that. Like,
Yeah, so we recorded Elimination Chamber, and before Chris could get it uploaded, the fucking snow pretty much knocked out his internet for about a week and a bit.
Yep.
And it's only just starting to get back to normal now. And then because of the weather, I also couldn't make it over to here to record.
Because there was no transport.
Nope. And then finally...
And then, once the weather cleared up, we were just working like fucking... I know I said something.
Well, you were working like nobody's business. Like, you were working like every fucking day.
But did you not have to do like an extra shift in work? Or did I misunderstand that?
I needed to go in early one day. I don't know.
Heaven forfend.
No, you know what? No, like that.
Did you not say you had to work 6 days straight or something like that?
Well, it was 5 days straight last week, but it was the roughest 5 days I've ever done because we had 5 days of backlog on post. So that's 5 days of mail coming in at once, trying to get delivered to people. Needless to say, my back still hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine. And obviously we had the same issue with like not quite 5 days, but no, it would have been 4 days because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing happened. And then obviously Saturday, Sunday aren't working days, therefore there was no mail coming into the office then.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were probably the same. So like I fucking had to work like a bitch.
Aye. Cause like,
week, but when I get my paycheck, which comes in whilst I'm in New Orleans, it's going to be so worth it.
It's going to be toot sweet.
It works out at like $500 extra spending money.
Nice.
Which I'm referring to from this moment forward
as beer.
No.
Money.
New belt money.
Yeah. I thought my idea was better. Oh, I was going to say to you...
It was, to be fair.
I was going to say to you before we start, but we're recording and I can't be bothered saying pause it. So, see if that new Carrie Sane t-shirt is over there while you're there. Seriously, going to give us a message and buy it for me and I will send you the money over.
I can do that for you.
Good, because it looks amazing. And I tried to... Well, I just put it through on WWE Shop just to see how much it was going to cost. And it says, we will not ship this to your country. It's like, racist.
I'm sure they would.
No, it literally says we won't ship to your country, and so it wouldn't let me type it in. It's really bizarre, isn't it?
Interesting. I've never seen that before. Normally, WWE's like a fucking hooker looking for crack, man, and just will do anything to make a buck.
Yeah. Blowjobs galore.
Quick look. WWEshop.com. Is it Carrie Sane one, yeah?
Yes. Like the only merch that she has on WWE Shop, and she doesn't have any merch on the Euroshop, so it's a pain in the arse.
Entertain the people whilst I investigate this. Because I've genuinely never had that come up, say that they won't ship it.
Right, so I'm just going to have a quick look at some of these other little talking points I've had. Obviously, Bobby Fish has been injured and looks like he's going to be out for upwards to 9 months. So that leaves undisputed a man down. Although Adam Cole now
Freebird rule
technically becomes de facto tag team champion,
which is allegedly what they're doing at TakeOver.
So that's,
they don't want to have to drop the belts.
That's not bad then. Rich Swann booked a whole bunch of dates and then said he's going to do these dates and then retire. And then, like, literally 2 days later, cancelled every date and apparently just retired. So that's a thing that happened.
For me, right, we'll touch on this really quickly because I don't want to go into too much detail on it. But I think he should have retired. Like I said to you earlier, like, I'm sorry, he wasn't found not guilty. That's not what happened at all. He absolutely fucking did it, and he should not be touched for that.
Yeah.
The fact he was getting bookings based off the fact that he was technically not guilty, but no, he wasn't not guilty. It was dropped because they didn't have the fucking evidence. But he did it. We know he did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move swiftly on from that. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
The other thing I kind of wanted to quickly talk about was how Braun Strowman continues to be so over by really looking like a goof with some of the stuff that he's been made to do at this point. And one of them, obviously, we can... do I talk about that now, the main event of Raw?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I wouldn't say this one is as goofy as some of the things he's done, but like... that fucking that match with Elias last week, where he's with the piano and all that, like just when
Symphony of Destruction, which
Yeah.
is fucking great.
just when he sat down and starts going boom 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 boom, and it's like, you look fucking insane, and this is amazing. Like, just like, Braun Strowman really is kind of the perfect wrestler when you think about it, just in the way that he can do comedy and he can do seriousness and can do it all super well.
Yeah.
Like, because
I also
he's
got
just-
African shipped to this country, by the way.
yeah,
That's pish. Fuck
It
you,
is.
WWE.
I know, fuck off. Well, either that or hurry the fuck up and get the same T-shirt in a Euro shop so I can buy it.
It's almost guaranteed it'll be in the Superstore
Yeah.
in New Orleans. So
So just let me know how much it is and I'll fork you over the cash.
why we over the cash on the Friday and I'll pick it up for you.
Nice. I don't know how much it. Well, is it typically more expensive there?
It'll be about $30, which will be about 22 quid or thereabouts.
See, that's not too bad. That's probably how much it would cost for me just to order that and then about another fucking tenner in shipping
Yeah.
if it was on the Euro shop. So, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. I like this idea. Maybe I should just give you a fucking butt ton of money and just get me to buy tons of t-shirts while you're over there.
Can do if you want. It'll cost you at least a beer.
True. I got you a nice wee pop vinyl for your collection. You're forever in my debt.
To be fair, you did, yes, but it's also my birthday this week, so that was technically a birthday present.
Sure.
I just like telling people it's my birthday because I want free beer.
That's, well, you know what? It sucks that it doesn't coincide with WrestleMania, because see, if you were in America, you would totally get tons of free beer. Because I was in Vegas for my 21st, and I was rat-arsed by like 4 in the afternoon because random Americans.
The 21st is different though, because to them that's like the 18th. They're buying you like your first legal drinks.
But I don't think they knew it was my 21st. Like, but I had to walk about with a stupid ass giant ass cake hat and a badge. Oh, maybe that did say 21st on it. Anyway, needless to say, that was a great night. Got there, turned 21 at midnight, and then seen Steel Panther. Went to sleep, got up, went to the bar. Everyone, like, there was one person that came over and gave me something called an adios motherfucker. No idea what was in it.
So that happened to me in Dallas when we were over for WrestleMania 32. My work was having a night out, so obviously I couldn't go on because I was in fucking Dallas. Because of the time difference, that was like the middle of the afternoon for me. And my friend that I worked with, Amy, I was like, we have to do shots across the pond, and she's like, what the fuck, shots across the pond? And I was like, we'll just message each other, and at the same time we buy a shot and we do it at the same time, shots across the pond. So we decided to do that, right? So I've ended up the closest bar, because we were going to meet Bray Wyatt that day. So it
Never
was like,
heard of him.
It was like a comic book shop it was in. So the closest bar to this comic book shop was a fucking Hooters.
Nah.
Right? So I got into this Hooters, and I've ordered a beer, and they've then ordered a shot of absinthe,
Oh, God.
and they're like the lassie behind the bar kind of joked about fucking me drinking absinthe at like 2 in the afternoon, and I explained to her that it's actually 9 o'clock at night back home, whatever, blah 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 blah. There's shots across the ocean with my pal, or shots across the pond with my pal, and blah blah blah. And this guy overheard, right? This guy had been to Scotland once in his life. Fuck me. You'd think he'd lived here his entire life.
Of course.
It was just like fucking, oh, you ever been to this place, that place, and all that? And I'm like, mate, why don't you fucking leave me alone?
Aye.
So I'm trying to Skype.
Have you ever been to Starbucks
So I'm
in Glasgow?
So I'm trying to Skype Amy, right, to do these shots across the pond.
And he's just nattering on it.
Nattering on at me, right? So eventually he was like, let me buy you a drink. And I'm like, no, mate, you're fine, honestly. I'm just in for this one beer, this one shot, then I go back into the queue to meet the wrestler. I was like, no, let me buy you one. So he bought me fucking a Fireball, right? Ever had a Fireball?
I can't say I have, but I think well, I've eaten the Fireball sweeties, so I
They taste
imagine
the exact same, like literally.
probably why
the
it's called
exact
Fireball.
same.
Yeah.
So this guy just kept insisting on buying me these Fireball shots. So we got one, right? Done it. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Thanks, man. See you later. And he's like, no, motherfucker, you got to have another one. I got me another one.
Do I?
So basically, the moral of this story is I met Bray Wyatt drunk and it was fucking phenomenal.
You just walk up to him, you're like, do some spooky shit. Do it. Do some spooky shit.
Me and Al, right? Al will tell you this, right? Me and Al literally had a 5 or 6 minute conversation with Bray Wyatt about Nakamura.
Nice.
Because I was wearing my King of Strong style t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
And he seen it and he was like, oh, he was saying he was pissed off that he was put in NXT because he wants to wrestle him.
Uh-huh.
Basically, we had just had this like 5 minute conversation about Nakamura between like the two of us, well the three of us, me, Al, and Bray. That was pretty cool, man. Those were the days.
Put Bray,
Anyway.
put Bray back on SmackDown. Move him in the shake-up.
Might move Nakamura if he doesn't win the belt.
He will win the belt.
I think whoever loses that match is going to Raw.
I've seen potential. Like, I don't know how real they are.
Yeah, see shit in the internet, man. Don't. Until it actually happens, I wouldn't buy into it.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think whoever loses that match is switching brands.
yeah, definitely.
I think they might put Cena to SmackDown.
Bl-
Because he's hardly ever around anyway.
Nah, he's a free Asian, so
I suppose they'll probably stick that free agent thing. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
which just means he can do whatever he fucking wants, which is
Yeah.
annoys the hell out of me. I'm so fucking sick to death of John Cena.
Balor to SmackDown will probably happen.
I hope so.
I would not mind seeing a Nakamura Balor feud for the title.
Yes. Have it span about 8 pay-per-views because you know it's going to be great.
Put the club over with them as well, then that's another team on SmackDown, which they desperately need.
Or keep the club on Raw and then AJ Styles, comes back with him.
Nah, I wouldn't be into that, man.
No, yeah. AJ Styles and the club against the return of the Shield.
Ambrose is out for a year, though.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A year at minimum.
I did not know that. I thought it was
Plus,
I knew it was quite a
I
while,
would
but
also rather if they did it Balor and the club versus the Shield, because then it's like original Bullet Club, not original Bullet Club, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
They kind of accepted original Bullet Club
pretty much.
versus the Shield. I'd be all in for that.
Fair enough.
Speaking of all in,
Yeah,
I'm thinking about going.
I really want to go.
I've priced it up, man. It's not that expensive.
How expensive?
Flights will be less than £500.
That's still a lot though.
That's right now. They might get cheaper near the time.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
If I do that though, I'm definitely not doing WrestleMania
Next year.
So I have to make a choice.
Well,
It's all down to where WrestleMania is next year, to be fair.
I think it's almost a lock that's going to be in New York.
I think so, yeah.
And we were just talking about that beforehand, and even if I get like a good amount of money for these shares that I have in work, I don't think I would want to go to New York for WrestleMania.
I want to go to New York, but
Yeah.
it's kind of classic 2 birds 1 stone scenario.
Yeah.
But I think New York would take a lot away for what WrestleMania week is.
Exactly.
Because WrestleMania week, it's like going to download, but for wrestling fans. It's a wrestling festival. You're just like surrounded by like-minded people, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think New York will take that away big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I've heard.
Because it's too big and too spread out.
I've heard of some accounts of people that went there, and it's like it's just not the same. See, any other year that we've went to WrestleMania, it's been fantastic. I can't remember if it was you. Have you been in New York before? No, you just said you fucking hadn't. So it wasn't you. But so there was somebody that I've listened to that's been to WrestleMania in New York and WrestleMania somewhere else, and it's like New York was dull. Like anytime that you went to, like, let's just say New Orleans, because they were there fucking like 3 years ago. Like, oh, when you were in New Orleans, like, you could just walk into any pub and it would just be surrounded by wrestling t-shirts, and it's fucking great. You can just have a conversation with anybody and it's fine.
See, because everything is so tight in New Orleans as well.
Yeah.
Because like the stadium, the arena, and Bourbon Street are literally minutes walk from each other. I've heard stories about people walking into a bar in Bourbon Street. In fact, I met a guy at the Raw in Liverpool. after 31. Just after 31. That went to WrestleMania 30. And he was saying that he wandered into a karaoke bar on Bourbon Street. And Lillian Garcia was the one that was up singing in this
Awesome.
karaoke bar. Like stuff like that would be so cool. Just like bumping into people in Bourbon Street.
Like, I'm sure like a couple of the wrestlers would be allowed to like go out for a little while and obviously experience their.
I don't think you'll get many WWE wrestlers, but you'll meet loads of indie guys.
Definitely.
Loads of them. Just
Aye, them
kicking
more
about.
so.
And also, apparently, in Bourbon Street, you're allowed to drink on the street.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
So you can buy a beer out a bar,
Uh-huh.
and then
just
walk
leave.
to the next bar whilst you're drinking it.
That's like Vegas. You can buy booze and then just go on your travels.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Like, there's some people that I've seen that actually carry a case of beer and just help themselves as they're going around. It's like, that's a bit extreme, but I like your style.
I'll be doing that on the day of WrestleMania.
Aye.
Standing in the queues to get in, I'll just be buying a case of Bud.
Aye, why the fuck not?
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Anyway, let's actually talk about what's happened in the last couple of weeks in terms of the old wrestling.
Yes. So, where do we start?
That's what I was just trying to think. Where do we start? Let's start with the big one. Not the big one, but this
Well, it's a big one.
the pretty strange one. Fuck, you've not seen Raw.
Nope. If it's not one of the segments you already showed me, then no, I won't be able to talk about it.
It's not a huge spoiler though.
Like, how much more of Raw was there? Like, you showed me like 5 segments.
It's not a, it's more about someone who wasn't on Raw.
Okay. Right, fine, just tell us.
Conspicuous by her absence on Raw last night,
Absinthe.
there was no Ronda Rousey.
Oh, and she was announced to be on every Raw.
And WWE have removed the article from their website saying that she was going to be on every Raw.
Ooh.
And
And
she's also been pulled from pretty much, in fact, actually every Raw until they go home.
awkward.
So,
What's happened?
which leads to the question, do you think something's happened?
Uh-oh. Like what, though?
I would like to think that she's heeded Tommy Dreamer's advice
And learned
and
to
has gone
wrestle
back
more?
to the performance centre until then.
Um,
Which, to be fair, I don't think I think I sent you the video of her training. I
Yeah.
think she's a very good wrestler.
yeah.
But little things like that, like for those that are unaware, Tommy Dreamer had tweeted about her Samoan drop,
Yeah.
basically saying that her arm was in the wrong position.
Yeah, and so
she was
the
going to do herself
wrestler
an injury,
was-
essentially.
The wrestler was going to land on her arm, and if you keep
Which
doing
is
it
what
like
happens
that,
when you watch it. It does. An arm
Yeah,
gets trapped
it does,
every
eh?
time.
so if you,
As
you
Nia
keep
Jax
doing
did the
that,
Samoan drop on Raw,
uh-huh.
and you can see the difference.
Yeah. Aye. So, like, Ronda
the wrist.
Rousey kind of had her arm like around Stephanie, so that Stephanie was landing on
Basically
Rousey's
holding her
arm.
like that
Yeah.
to do it. Whereas when Nia Jax did it, she was holding her like that.
Tucked. Yeah. So it was completely different.
Yeah.
I know we're saying
And I
like,
realised that was horrendous radio there, but
yeah, but we knew what we were talking about to each other because we
fuck
can
you
see
guys.
each other.
Just kidding, I love you.
That's it. Yeah, thank you. I mean, the only other thing I could think is she just finished filming a film.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she has to go back and maybe do some redos or something like that.
But you would think that if that had to happen, if they had to do reshoots, then she would have signed her deal with WWE, so it'd be like, okay, fine, but I have to do this first. I'm contractually obligated to do this first.
Yeah, but like maybe
So
that's the thing.
It's a really strange one. I would like people that are far more qualified than I am, like say a Meltzer or a Ryan Satin, to actually
Yeah.
do some fucking digging into this and find out why she's suddenly been pulled from 4 Raws technically that she was advertised
You know
for.
what? Let's us do it. Get Twitter up right now and we'll just tweet her. See if she replies.
I have a feeling she won't.
Just give it a go.
I don't have Twitter just now
Oh, why?
because now my phone was broke.
Uh-huh.
Sent it away for repairs on Friday, so I've just got it back. So like I've not downloaded a lot of fucking shit that was on it, so I don't have the app.
Ugh.
And I can't remember our login. I need to check my emails.
Oh.
What was the fucking one rule,
I
Grizz?
forgot. It was fucking about an hour and a half ago. Sat here for fucking ages waiting on Chris's rent guy to come and get his fucking money. He's still not here.
Couldn't have sounded worse.
Yeah. Chris is a rent
It's
boy.
called a landlord.
Right, you know what? I'm going to steer this train in the right direction. It's time for your 5-star review of the week. Woo, 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 woo.
Which fortunately 5-star were working on our time frame and decided not to have an episode last week.
Yep, so we've got one episode from 2 weeks ago, and that applies to be the the only episode that we need to cover. So we're still in the same time frame, essentially. So, yes. 5-star. Here we go. So, the feed started at like 10 to 7, which normally 7 o'clock is the airtime for the actual television show to go live on the television.
Free Sports.
Yes.
So damn it, Grizz. It's almost like I'm doing the work here.
I know. All that work that you do. So yeah, that was a bit concerning for a start. So the first dark match was Duncan Disorderly versus Brian Corr. And then I noticed that this, obviously the building was super fucking empty. And Greg Lambert wasn't on commentary. He was just Joe Hendry himself, he was actually really good himself. Not gonna lie.
I'm guessing Greg Lambert couldn't make it.
No, there's
Were they not in Belfast?
there's reasons to that, and I'll get into them shortly.
Okay, fair enough.
So Brian Corr wins with a moonsault. Not really much to talk about. I think it was just like clearly a lot of the wrestlers couldn't make it. They worked with what they had. So the first 4 matches were just an hour of like dark matches, and they had a 2-hour condensed show because of the weather. So they done what they could.
Can I say something?
They still gave the crowd that managed to make it 3 hours of wrestling, but yes, go on.
I think that was a really dick move running that show.
How so?
They should have cancelled it or postponed it.
Probably. Like more so this
Because
one than
see the one
that was meant to be on Thursday.
Yeah, see the one that they did cancel. They'd have probably been absolutely fine with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like allowing this show to run, that meant people were going to be like, "Oh, if I don't go, I'm losing this money."
I can't
Which
make
meant
it.
People were going to fucking travel.
Yeah.
When people should not have been travelling that day
Yeah.
at all. Like, I guess an absolute dick move not cancelling.
It's probably because they had all the shit there and everything.
That's fine, but fucking that doesn't matter. All the fucking phones are in my work. Still wasn't safe to go there.
I guess. Because this was on Thursday. Like the day after the really bad Wednesday storm. Because it happened on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's still not safe to fucking travel.
Yeah.
So basically what they've done by running that show, they then put pressure on not only the talent to be there, but then also the fans as well. Mm-hmm. And also there would have been a lot of fans who wouldn't have been able to travel because they were literally snowed in.
Yeah.
So those ones that literally couldn't travel, they've now lost out because they couldn't go to the show. And it was also dangerous for the other ones to be travelling. Like, I think it's a really serious dick move running that show.
It was a very bizarre thing. Like, why would you run this show? In fact, you know what? I think I know exactly why they ran this show, and we'll get into it in a few minutes. Just bear with me, and I'll bring it up at the right time. Flash Morgan Webster was out. How Flash Morgan Webster is not a million degrees most of the time, and all that gear that he comes to the ring with. He wears an entire suit, a scarf, and then on top of that massive fucking mud jacket.
Aye.
And it's like,
Parker.
well, it's like he definitely dressed for the occasion at this show because of the snow. But most of the time, it's like, wow, how the fuck is he not 8 million degrees?
He probably is.
Flash threw out an open challenge, which Big Grizzly accepts. Henry says he's the only opponent in 5-star that Joe Henry's had, so I guess remember a couple of weeks ago when the feed died and we missed a bit. I guess Joe Henry wrestled Big Grizzly. So yeah, there's that. Grizzly called Flash a loser, and then Flash says, "You also haven't won a match in 5-star, so that makes you the bigger loser." Burn. Turn down for what? On his way to the ring, there was a kid that was heckling Big Grizzly, and he turned around and goes, "Shut up, boy." And then while they had the match, Joe Henry's like, I like the way that Big Grizzly handled that heckling fan there. He sounded like Homer Simpson, and then he just goes, "Shut up, boy."
I love Joe Henry.
But he did such a fucking fantastic impression of it. I fucking cackled. And then I promptly went on to Twitter and tweeted him saying, "We need more Simpsons references and impressions on 5-star."
Did you at least get a like?
No.
It's because it was you.
Yeah, probably. All wrestlers hate me. Just because I'm so passionate. But apparently that's not allowed in wrestling.
No.
No.
You have to sit in silence.
I know. And fucking dickhead referees tell me that I'm a fucking smelly virgin that doesn't shower. Fuck you, Sean McLaughlin. I think that's your second name. Go fuck yourself. See, I don't even fucking care enough.
Decency to remember.
I don't even care enough to learn your fucking name.
And for the record, it is McLaughlin.
Okay, sure. There. That was a fucking stab in the dark. Yep. It was kind of sloppy match. There was a really slow dive to the outside by Flash Morgan Webster. Like, it was just kind of like, and then bumped into him, and then Big Grizzly, I was about to call him Big Grizz, pure sold it like he just got like shot out of a cannon. And then there was a really crappy looking Hurricanrana. But then they done the exact same 2 spots later on in the match, and they looked a lot better. So clearly that was like kind of trying to get back at, like, make it look better.
Yeah,
like reimburse for the crappy first attempt. There was a senton by 2 for Webster, but then like this weird kind of chokeslam by Big Grizzly for the win, and Flash Morgan Webster still yet to get a win. It looks like they may be going the way of progress with this. And Big Grizzly gets his first win in 5-star.
The nearly man.
Yes, the nearly man indeed.
Although he's got a win now, but I won't say what it is because it's a spoiler.
Yeah, you know, for the few people that are listening and might watch Progress.
A lot of people watch Progress.
I don't mean that in a bad way or a knock on Progress. I just mean I literally don't have enough time to watch Progress. Yeah, over the span
of time for a movie podcast, you're giving me shit for saying I don't have enough time for it.
A movie takes an hour and a half. Progress is like fucking 4 hours long most of the time.
3. You watch it over 2 days.
Maybe. Well, I'm still catching up on fucking Impact. I've watched about 5 episodes of Impact over the weekend.
Fuck Impact.
How? Don't answer that.
I was seriously considering answering it.
Curtis Murray versus Russell Demonster. Murray wins with an awesome springboard bouncing cutter off the ropes. I had to watch this on my phone because I went out to get a fucking curry, and it was backlogged by like 45 minutes. So I had to sit watching like half of like these next 2 matches on my phone in the curry shop because my shit wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'm assuming because everybody was ordering curry because nobody could go to the shops because the shops were shut.
Pretty much. H2 Drake versus Matty Mayhem. Matty tried 3 times to step on the guardrail, so they were fighting outside, and Matty Mayhem went to like dive off the guardrail, and he's like, right, lifting my leg up, nope, keep my balance, right, lift my leg up, no, put it back down, get balance, and he just kind of went, right, fuck it, finally got it, and then seconds later, Drake done the same thing, like he just kind of bounced off the guardrail in one fluid motion, took out Matty Mayhem. Drake was busted open during the match, and the ending comes when HT Drake catches a crossbody, drops Matty Mayhem on the ropes, leg drop from the top rope onto Matty Mayhem, Springboard Moonsault, and HT Drake wins. We went live at 8 o'clock with a condensed 2-hour episode. So that first hour was pre-show matches. As I said, they clearly just still wanted to give the fans 3 hours of wrestling. And during the pre-show matches, Joe Henry said that Greg Lambert's backstage working on a big acquisition. So we start off finding who that acquisition's going to be. Greg Lambert's back at ringside, and it's your favorite fucking wrestler, Alberto Del Rio. Fucking wanders out, and that is why they still went on with this show, because I think he was booked for one night, and they knew that they had him. So if they cancelled, like, I don't think Alberto would work with them or anything like that. Again, so they knew that they had to put this on for the sake.
See, that pisses me off even more.
Aye.
Because, like, they put fucking... Perhaps this might sound dramatic, right? But they could have potentially put some people's lives in danger to accommodate that fucking Wankstein.
Yep. But you totally know that is why.
Because you know that if that show was pulled, he was getting paid.
Aye, exactly. So they were like, right, he may as well work for it. But Rey Mysterio and RVD weren't there because they couldn't make it. So they needed to grab somebody. Because there was a lot of people that were wanting fucking refunds because they paid specifically to see people like Rey Mysterio. So they accommodated by having Alberto. And they knew for a fact that they needed to put on a show so that he could work.
I thought Ray was injured.
This was before he got injured. This was 2 weeks ago, mind.
Okay, yeah, fair point.
But now Rey Mysterio's injured as well, so he's probably not going to be back in 5-star. Thwamp. Alberto comes out. He says he's had 8 wonderful years in the WWE, then decided to leave for the Indies.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, not everybody fucking, like, kept track of every move that you made on the internet because you made a fucking total tit of yourself constantly.
Yep.
He says Rey is his best friend but enemy on television, and Rey Mysterio is dealing with a family emergency. Although this was the time that the rumours were going about that Rey Mysterio was going to sign a contract. Apparently they weren't 100% real, so... Nevertheless,
well, I think they probably were. That's why he was in. Like he was on the Rumble. I think he probably was close to signing.
Yeah.
Then he got injured.
Yeah. Then he challenges, like he just kind of says a weird word, like it sounded like he said the finish, and I was like, what? Who? And then Jodie Fleisch comes out, so clearly he tried to say the Phoenix. Yeah. So he's called Alberto El Patron. So his indie gimmick. But Jodie Fleisch just goes to the crowd, do you want to see me versus Alberto Del Rio? And it's like, that's just his name. That's not his name. Do you want to get sued?
But the thing is, though, they all refer to him as Alberto Del Rio. Out with the advertising. Advertising, he's Alberto El Patron. But, yeah, no, even PCW was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was supposed to be there and didn't turn up.
Yeah. Oh, I should also mention, like, during the pre-show, like, right at the very beginning. Pardon you.
Don't fucking pass that off on me, you prick.
What are you talking about? The ring announcer started talking to the crowd, and they aired this over the pre-show. He's just like, see if yous could all move over there when we go live at 8 o'clock on Free Sports. Not only will you all get on television, it'll make the arena look as if there's more people here. So over the course of those first 4 matches I talked about, wow, more people started filing in to get on the hard cam.
Why are these amateur fucks on TV? Someone please explain it to me.
And they put that on the fucking internet where people are watching. And then just after you finish saying that sentence, they then turned the fucking mic down so you didn't hear any more. And it's like, I think we heard enough.
So yeah, I posted a thing on Facebook saying that if Alberto goes back to WWE, I'm done. Nah, I don't need to wait that long, man. I'm done.
But you posted it like a fucking 4-year-old. Were you drunk when you posted that?
Of course I was drunk. And angry that the fact that there's been even a slight consideration of Del Rio going back.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But it was just like the way that it was like, and due to severe weather and New Line conditions.
Yes, I was very drunk when I posted that.
Fuck's sake.
If I'd executed it the way it was in my head, it would have been very funny. I promise you.
If a lot of us done a lot of things that were executed in our head, I'm sure they would have went better than they went in real life.
Yeah.
Am I right? Almost every girl I've tried to fire into.
Yeah.
I think that made sense.
Yeah, that was actually quite witty for you.
Thank you. Max Money versus Kings of the North. Apparently, Adam Maxted, who comes from Ireland, apparently boosted it down on his own on like the night before. So I heard, because I was still watching this in the fucking takeaway. So like there was the comments going along the screen, so every now and again I kept checking back to see what was up. And somebody says that apparently he left at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get there. And it's like, wow, he was willing to drive in that snow if he could make it. And then, like, I'm assuming the ferries still ran to get him over from wherever the fuck to...
Yeah, you would think snow wouldn't really disrupt the ferries because...
It doesn't really matter.
Unless the fucking ocean freezes.
Yeah. And it was fucking cold enough, I'm not surprised it didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
But with that, he specifically came so he could wrestle in his hometown. So, if that's what actually happened, dedication to the guy. He did, however, forget to bring his fucking title belt, as he is one half of the tag team champions.
I've seen plenty. Fucking Ambrose never came out with his fucking title belt.
Which one?
Where him and Rollins were tag champions quite a few times. And that's WWE.
I know, it drives me nuts, that. Clearly he fucking forgot it or whatever. Or maybe 5-Star don't even let the fucking wrestlers keep their belts.
Yeah, like it could be that the belt never made it across with him.
So Joe Henry said that Adam Maxted said, even though this is my hometown, they don't deserve to see gold like this. So that was their cop-out of why Adam Maxted didn't have his tag title.
That to me sounds as if the belt never made it across for whatever reason.
But one would think that he gets to keep the belt, and maybe he just forgot it.
I can imagine 5-Star not letting them keep the belt.
That's weird, that. Nevertheless, yeah, that's pretty much just what I said. He must have forgot it. Double team powerbomb neckbreaker, but Bonesaw of the Kings of the North. Oh, Kings of the North were the opponents. I don't know if I said.
You did, yes.
Go. Kings of the North breaks the count, but the ref must have just got bored of the match and said, "Yeah, fuck this," and just continued to count 3 anyway. So Kings of the North clearly broke up the count, and the ref is just like, "No, that was 3." And it's like, "No, it wasn't 3." So there's that. Yeah, this show is going fucking swimmingly in it.
I'm not saying anything.
Even fuck off. Even Sterling and Maxted were confused as they won. They're like, the two of them were looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, what the hell just happened?
Aye, and then it was like the ref's like, yeah, use one, and then they were just like,
oh.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
Even though, yeah, Bonesaw clearly broke the count. SoCal Val in the ring next, one of the Grizz's Fave 5. To do an interview with...
Totally doesn't mean the same thing.
No, it really doesn't. Remember that episode of Friends where Ross and Rachel make a Fave 5 of celebrities that they would get to sleep with if they had the chance out with their relationship? Yeah, sorry, SoCal Val, you're on mine.
Fair enough.
Poor lassie.
Remember that ICW show where she was just kind of randomly in the crowd for no reason?
Yes, and I met her and almost died.
Yeah, it was strange.
And her fiance was standing like meters away from me, so I had to be on my best behaviour.
Grizz, I'm of the opinion you should always be on your best behaviour. The people in the room should not be a factor in how you behave.
I know, I'm just saying. You never know. She could be steamboated out her face. She's in Scotland.
That's true. She had an awesome hat on, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was kind of like a beret.
Yeah, it was cute. I liked it. Anyway, continue.
She's so pretty. I love her. Yeah, so brought out the Masters of Cool, which... Right, so this was the one thing that biffed me out. They still had a lot of wrestlers on the show, but they had 2 in-ring segments that didn't constitute matches. So the Masters of Cool came out in their fucking regular gear, their regular clothes. So they weren't dressed to wrestle. So they came all the way to Ireland to do this one segment where they spoke in the ring. And it's like, could you not have just had them in a match? Because when the sun shines, we'll shine together. No. Pure Dead Brilliant come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
My favourite thing about 5 Star.
With theme music this week.
Yes.
And they come out with their rolly cases as if they literally just arrived. Kid Fight says that Masters wanted top talent and they're above average, so let's have a match.
Above average.
And then
I would say they're Pure Dead Brilliant.
well, they are. Kid Fight opens his case and pulls out 2 singlets and goes, which one should I wear? The pink one or the blue one? And then Carlito spits in his face and Pure Dead Brilliant get destroyed by the Masters of Cool. But why couldn't that have just been a match? Like, just for a couple more minutes of airtime.
I would like to think that probably whatever deal they worked out for them was not wrestling. Like, it makes sense for a talent to be charging less money for a promo segment than a wrestling segment.
But even those 2 guys are fucking men who have hearts, and they surely wouldn't be like... I'm sure the fucking management went up to them and goes like, guys, like, you know you're one of like fucking 15 wrestlers here tonight. Is there any chance you could do a match instead of an interview segment? Like, I wouldn't...
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think that they would go, no.
I think they would.
Really?
Yeah, because like, fucking if they're going to do a match, they should be compensated for a match.
But like...
If I don't know for a second how it works.
Yeah.
I just, in my head, I would think that if it's a promo segment or just an appearance, they wouldn't be paid as much money as they would be paid to wrestle a match.
Yeah.
In my head, that's just how I think it should be. I might be totally wrong. I probably am totally wrong. But in my head, that's how I think it should be. Mm-hmm. So, like, why should they risk themselves for no greater compensation?
Because the whole show's in shambles.
It's been a fucking shambles since day one anyway.
But this is the biggest shambles.
It doesn't matter to them. They're not the fucking promoter.
I guess. But 5 Star love to throw money at fucking whatever moves. They've fucking hired Alberto Del Rio. Even if it is for one night. Jody Fleisch versus El Patron.
Also paying CM Punk £1 million.
Aye. This match was pretty indie-rific. They fight through the crowd at one point, just bashing into walls and stuff. It didn't look that good on television, I must admit. As I say, because it looks indie-rific.
Uh-huh.
You know, like when fucking ICW have like wrestling through the crowd and all that. It looked a lot like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, Alberto reversed a DDT off the top rope and Jody Fleisch almost landed on his head, which was scary.
Sorry for all that background noise, by the way, people. My headphone cable got tangled in the bottom of my fucking seat.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep going. Alberto came out with a hammer at one point and was on the top rope. Was gonna fucking like jump off the top rope and smack Jody Fleisch on the head. Jody goes up to superplex Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio counters to that stupid double stomp he does, and it's over. Alberto talks, but no one cares, so I didn't take a note of anything he said. And hopefully that's the end of Alberto in 5 Star. Hopefully, please.
Just be the end of Alberto altogether, please.
I'm sick to death of seeing him, man. Like, him and John Morrison are just fucking everywhere. Lucha Underground, TNA, Five Star.
I don't mind John Morrison as much because John Morrison kind of just turns up on my telly to wrestle and that's it. But like, I don't think a day goes by where I don't have to read a news article about fucking Del Rio.
That's true.
And about Del Rio being a prick. Oh, that was good, Chris.
Shut up. That's yours.
Was that the main event?
No. We're nearly there.
Your 5-star review you were going to batter through, you've now been on for half an hour.
I'm battering through it. See if you shut the fuck up and stop moaning about it every 2 minutes.
I would have been done.
I was literally just going to take note that Greg has barely had any fuck ups tonight, but then he literally just said, "We'll see when."
He didn't call Bo Dallas Rhino, though, did he?
He may have. Is Rhino going to go to WrestleMania? No. Rhino was flying at the Battle Royal 10 minutes ago. We already know he's not. But just as I was typing that, like, he literally said, "We'll see when Zach Gibson joins the Modcast." Obviously there was no Jake Hager tonight either.
Also, this is before the news broke that Zach Gibson is no longer part of 5-star.
Yeah, apparently. The best part of 5-star is now gone. Now what will I do with myself? Probably still suffer through 3 hours of 5-star every week just to bring you these reviews, but the best part of it is now gone. Which makes it this next part, this is almost done. Like, there's like 2 segments left. So Flash comes out, says all the wrestlers on the roster every week. Wait, what? Says of all the wrestlers on the roster every week, people are always talking about Zach Gibson at the end of every show. Gibson runs down the American names, says 5-star even stopped giving what's his name? Gibson? No, fuck. Morgan Webster, Jesus Christ. I just
put through the nose, out through the mouth, Chris.
I know. I put Flash and forgot the rest of his name. But I started getting him mixed up with Flash. Yeah, so he says he even stopped giving Flash Morgan Webster money for his set because the ring didn't have the usual fucking flags or whatever. And then...
This really sounds to me as if the props never made it across.
Yeah.
Hence why no belt, no flags.
Well, yeah, and no Jake Hager, the 5-star champion. So, Zach Diamond Gibson, he's not Diamond Gibson, sorry. He was that in Future Shock. That's a force of habit because it's the first time I've ever seen him. He reveals the real 5-star championship. And says this is a British title where Brits will face Brits. And yeah, it actually says 5-star real heavyweight champion. I quite like that, actually. Flash says he can't help but notice that you're putting the belt on your shoulder. So do you want British wrestling to be on top or you to be on top? Zach Gibson says he didn't ask for this. He didn't ask to be the voice of British wrestling. But there you go. He ended up being. Eddie Dennis comes out and his stupid cat face. Eddie Dennis still isn't good on the mic. There's this one dude in the crowd making...
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's been great in Progress recently. Did you watch that promo I told you to watch?
No, I don't think I did. Did I say Eddie Dennis?
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant Eddie Ryan.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
If I was like that there, what?
Eddie Ryan, the Catman.
Yeah.
He came out and...
I just told Eddie Dennis not good on the mic, and I was like, what? What?
Yeah. I apologise, Eddie Dennis, if you're listening, which we're calling that. So, while the two of them were going back and forth, there was just this guy in the crowd. Him and his bird just kept making stupid faces, so that really took away from everything that was getting said by these two. Blah, blah, blah. Right, this was stupid, because Gibson came out, unveiled this belt that apparently nobody knew about, and then Eddie Ryan challenged Zach Gibson for the belt. Zach said no, and then left, and then Eddie Ryan says, no, 5-star management clued me in on what you were going to do. So the match has already been signed and it will happen tonight. And it's like, how would 5-star management know that Gibson was going to bring out this belt? Unless he went up to them and...
It also fucking completely devalues their own world title. Whether they're calling it, the 5-star real heavyweight champion.
Nah, I don't know. I kind of like that, but it's like, see, to be honest, now that Gibson isn't going to be in 5-star anymore, it makes no fucking sense.
Unless it's a work, which it very well could be.
I hope it is. I swear to God, man. Joey Axel the match is set for tonight. Joey Axel wanders out. Lambert says Axel was meant to take on Jody Fleisch before he was called out by Alberto Del Rio. Axel says that he's beat everyone in the tap or snap division. And BT Gunn comes out. Axel pie faces BT Gunn and Gunn takes him down. Axel with a mic to the face and the Brock lock. I still can't... Like the fucking leg submission that he does. It's awesome. Close up on one kid shouting, "Get a haircut." Oh, burn.
Yeah. Turn it down for what, wee man?
Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, main event. Main event time in the silence before the ring. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like, the two of them come face to face.
I feel like you should be making better notes, Chris. It's like more than once you've been confused by your own notes.
It's because I don't use punctuation. I literally just like batter through and just type things. So sometimes they don't make sense because I've not used punctuation to split it up. But so they go to make the ring introductions, and then just like as it goes silent, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and then just in that like moment of silence, we just hear some guy just scream, "We want RVD!" I was like, well, you're not getting him. Eddie Ryan versus Zach Gibson for the Real Wrestling title. Greg says during the match they'll be in Aberdeen next week, even though the hype up the whole time. We're going live at 8:00, and then it would change to another screen that says they were in Dundee, so they can't even get that right either.
Damn it, 5-star.
Yep. Gibson goes for the submission, but Ryan fights out. Ryan up, super kick, St. George Cross. Eddie Ryan is the new 5-star Real Wrestling champion. So, Zach Gibson had this new belt that he created for about 20 minutes. Max Money out to attack Ryan. Bram is in the crowd. And then Max Money turn on Zach Gibson. So, Bram, Max Money, are a faction, and then Bram flips off the crowd to end an insane show.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
This is ICW related.
Oh, okay.
Their next Fight Club taping on the 1st of April.
Mm-hmm.
They have just announced a match for it. You know, Mikey Whiplash is doing his Deathmatch Challenge gimmick just now.
Mm-hmm. Is that your door?
It might have been. We'll be right back.
BRB.
And we're back.
Hello.
So yeah, they have just announced Mikey Whiplash's opponent for the 1st of April.
Mm-hmm. Which we're going to.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking going to it now that I've seen this match.
Mm-hmm. So on the 1st of April, in a death match, it's Mikey Whiplash versus Jimmy Havoc. Yeah, so I'll fucking be there. See if Jimmy Havoc fucking wins and it becomes a 3-way. Ah! I would love it.
Yeah, I'm all aboard that.
Go on, Jimmer.
Go on, Jibsy.
Jimmy Bob.
Jimba.
Jimmy Bob Johnson.
So is that your 5-star review done? Or you get more to
5-star is done for another week.
Indeed. Well, yeah, not another week. It's back on this week, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So episode 6, a 5-star review. And that's the review.
And that's a review. Shall we talk a little bit about Fastlane?
Just a little bit.
To wrap the shindig up. I say wrap the shindig up in terms of. It sounds like I'm saying we're going to finish shortly, but I've got a feeling we'll talk about Fastlane for a bit. So
It's just like he was rapping over that. It was great, wasn't it?
yeah. So there's the official announcement. Oh, fuck yeah.
I love his fucking like promo photo. He's just like drinking a beer and flipping off the camera. So match number 1 on the pre-show was Mojo Rawley and Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus Breezango and Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger wins with the weird knee thing that he seems to keep changing all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's different again this time. And also the fact that how long has it been since Ty Dillinger's been on television?
I was thinking this whilst we were watching the pre-show. I can't remember.
I'm certain it was during that short period where he was in the US title picture. I think that was literally like the last time he was on SmackDown.
So bad, man, because Ty Dillinger is so good.
I know.
He should be on TV every week.
Yeah, he should replace Jinder Mahal in this US title feud right now.
I would be all for that.
Match number 1 of the main show, it was Shinsuke Nakamura, the Royal Rumble winner, versus Rusev Day, coming to the ring by Aiden English.
That was a really good match, man. Like, I really enjoyed that.
See for a match that was literally thrown together on the last SmackDown before the pay-per-view. Like, the two of them really came out and gave a hell of a match. And I honestly think it actually made Rusev look quite good. Because the fact that he was managing to hang with Nakamura for that long.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I like the story as well. Nakamura kept going for the Kinshasa and just couldn't get it. Mm-hmm. Then I think he did get it at one point, and then Rusev kicked out.
No, he got something that was kind of looked like at one point, which
didn't get all of it. Basically.
Tends to be kind of like the awkward thing about Nakamura's offense is there's a lot of stuff he does that looks like the Kinshasa, and so the commentators kind of mix it up, thinking it was a Kinshasa, and it's like, no, that wasn't it.
I'm sure the commentators did say that he second Kinshasa.
Yeah, but I'm sure like we were. There was 3 of us watching it, and I think during the time it happened, we were like, that wasn't a Kinshasa, but it was close. I think that was kind of the thing that we all said, was like, it looked a bit like it, but it wasn't.
Cause to be honest with you, I don't remember that. And it's not even through being drunk, it was just me like fucking getting out of work brain.
Yeah.
Because I'd literally just finished work and went straight to watch the pay-per-view.
I'm sure it was something like that. But, like, obviously you wouldn't have Rusev kick out of Nakamura's finishing move fucking a month before he's going into a WWE title match.
You would think.
So, unless you made that up, but I seem to think that I remember us all going, no.
Maybe I did make it up. I don't know.
Maybe I'm making it up, I don't know.
But anyway, so Nakamura got the win in 14 minutes and 50 seconds.
Boom.
Set himself up nicely for his now final couple of miles in his road to WrestleMania.
Yep. Well, if he makes it there. I mean, he is a terrible driver.
Next, we had the US title match between Randy Orton and Bobby Roode.
Which was interesting. It was a lot better than I was expecting this match to be. Which is, I didn't expect really anything from this match, to be honest with you. And during the build-up on the kind of pre-show, I kind of turned to you and was like, I think Randy Orton's winning this belt tonight.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
because see, up until I watched the pre-show, I thought Roode was going to keep it.
Yeah, but like,
because I thought Mahal was going to get involved, maybe because of double count out to then set up a triple threat for Mania.
Exactly what I thought. But then I came up with the logic of Randy Orton wins the belt, but Jinder Mahal will still interfere, and then Bobby Roode can then use his rematch clause, so 3-way at Mania as well. So, and which kind of looks like this is the potential of what may be happening now.
Yeah, I feel there's a hell of a lot of 3-ways at Mania being set up.
Yeah, a little bit. But this is, that's what they're like, though. It's like, everybody on the show, so here's a 3-way, and there's a 3-way, and here's a 4-way.
No, that's fine. I don't mind like them doing multi-man matches for everyone to be in the show, but I just like a bit of variety about them.
Yeah.
It'll just be 3-way, 3-way, 3-way.
But, so the end of the match came when Bobby Roode went for a jumping something, which Bobby Roode has never done. Caught in the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton has won the United States title.
And he did it in 19 minutes and 15 seconds, which was a surprisingly long match.
I know. It got slow in some points, and then we were kind of talking amongst ourselves, but every now and again when I kind of looked, like it was starting to get, back up in the pace, and it was becoming kind of exciting again.
Fun fact, which we'll get into later.
Oh.
It almost ran as long as the 6-pack challenge.
Ooh. There you go. After the match, Jinder Mahal came out. He attacked both men. I think he took out Orton. No, he did. No, who the fuck was it? I know, he took out somebody. I think he might have took out Orton and then went to take out Roode. And then...
he beat them both up.
Yeah, but then Roode hit the glorious DDT on Jinder Mahal, and then he hit another one on Randy Orton. So...
I just remember Randy Orton being fucked.
Yeah. But it was just like Bobby Roode was the one that was leaving, despite the fact that Randy Orton won the belt, and it's like, really? You just won the belt and you're like going out on your back?
That's kind of good though, because that puts the younger guy over. Not necessarily younger guy, but you know what I mean. The newer guy over. Because although he's lost the belt, he's still leaving.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point, actually, yeah.
Next up, we had Natalya and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Naomi. Tag team match that went for 8 minutes and 55 seconds, which is 8 minutes and 55 seconds of my life I'm never getting back.
Yep. This was television style tag match bullshit. Pardon you. I did not even have time to fucking move away from the mic for that one. I apologize.
Sorry, listeners, but Grizz is an inconsiderate bastard.
I tried to move away. I don't even remember who won. It's so forgettable. I think Becky Lynch won with the disarmer.
Yes, Becky Lynch. Oh no!
No, it wasn't.
That was on SmackDown.
Carmella hit a super kick and fucking won a match.
Yes, Natalya and Carmella defeated Becky Lynch and Naomi.
Yes. And Carmella now with a super kick as her finisher.
What we're thinking, because Becky used the disarmer recently, it must have been SmackDown last week.
It must have been.
Because like I watched. I only watched SmackDown on Saturday because I was so busy with work last week.
She made
it's
Carmella
fresh in my
tap
mind,
out
if you know what I mean.
on SmackDown. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's why I got the two of them mixed up.
Yeah, that's our excuse, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah, and this match did not need to be here.
It was literally only there at full time.
Yep.
Okay, so the next match on the card was the Tag Team Championship match.
Yeah.
Between the Usos and the New Day, who were comprised of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
They're going for the speed factor to counter the Usos and their speed factor. So speed versus speed in a speedy match of speed. Well, they were on speed.
The match ended in a no contest.
Do you snort speed?
No, I think you can. I think you take it in pill format, but I think you can snort it.
I know there's a powder as well, but it's just the way.
Okay, yeah.
It's just the way I went, and it's like, and then I kind of was like,
I was going to make that's a cocaine joke.
Yeah,
but I decided not to.
Well, I'm not going to type into Google, "Can you snort speed?" in case like the government are watching and they fucking break my door down. It's like, why are you Googling that? And it's like, interest.
Somehow I don't think they're going to care about what you're putting in your body, really.
Unless
you're obvious about it.
Smoking them weeds.
Smoking them weeds. So this was a pretty fun match with an ending that, as we discussed on the night, I didn't see coming and really wish I did.
Yeah.
Because I do a sweepstake every week, a match prediction sweepstake for every pay-per-view. And they do bonus questions at the end in the event of a tie. So in the event of the event of two people get every match right, which happens a lot.
You get the bonus questions.
They do 3 bonus questions for extra points. One of them was, will the Bludgeon Brothers interfere in the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match? And Fanny Boys here said no.
What an idiot. I would definitely have guessed that. Because of the way they've been building it the whole time with...
But I've not really been watching SmackDown.
Well, see, that's your fault.
I
If
know.
you would have watched fucking SmackDown, you would have knew. You're a dick. A stupid, smelly, gross,
But the
infested dick.
But the other one was, will Carmella cash in her Money in the Bank?
I would have
Which
also...
I felt was more likely. Not more likely, but... Because I still said no to that. I said no to both. But
sure
I
you
was
got that
like-
one right.
Yeah, I got that one right.
Spoilers.
But like when I was thinking about it, I was kind of like, I don't think they're going to do.
Right.
I don't
so,
think they're going to do both. Essentially,
you know what? I had a thought, and the thought is, actually, you know what? We'll wait till after the women's title match and we'll talk about this. Try and remind me of my thought.
the style match is next anyway.
Okay, so yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers came out. They demolished all 5 men and then powerbombed Xavier Woods onto the steel steps.
Oh, where he apparently has severe spinal injuries.
yeah.
No, you don't diagnose that just by fucking looking at them. That annoyed me. I think I went on a rant about that.
They're
didn't I?
all being looked at backstage, but at this point, it's determined that Xavier Woods has severe spinal
cirrhosis or something like that. Did I go on a rant about that
You
on
did.
the night?
You're like, you don't just fucking think of that by looking at somebody. Like, obviously, you wait till they get to the hospital, and they're like, "Oh, he's away to a local medical facility." It's like that's
You have
when
to X-ray them in order to know that. Sorry, that really fucking annoyed me.
What did they
WWE,
do?
sort it out.
what did they do? Just kind of poke him in the back a wee bit, and he goes, "Ow,
Ow, ow,
ow,
ow, ow. Yeah, severe spinal
yeah,
cirrhosis.
oh yeah, his spine is fucked. He'll never walk again."
The fucking mattress I sleep on is so cheap. I wake up in the morning and go, ow, ow, ow. But an hour later, my fucking spine's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put Xavier in a wheelchair now and just call him Dr. X, Xavier Woods.
Do it. Book it, Vince.
He just shaves his head.
That'd be hilarious if it did that. It's something that they could potentially do that I think Xavier Woods could potentially pitch.
And then at WrestleMania, that could be his entrance.
Dr. Xavier.
Yeah.
And he has an actual doctorate.
He is, he's a
works.
PhD.
He actually has a doctorate.
He could come out and go,
Therefore, he could be Dr. Xavier.
I am Dr. X, Xavier Woods.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
You could have that one for 20
We
quid.
just saved WrestleMania. I'm joking, actually, the card for WrestleMania looks pretty dynamite, but not
does.
the point. So anyway, next
the
up we had Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott.
In what was probably Ruby Riott's best WWE match at this point.
Yeah, well, she's technically really never had the platform to do it.
She's had some decent matches in NXT. Like, see that kind of feud she had with Sonya Deville just as they both got called up, but then we're
Also our matches with Nikki Cross. Ruby.
Asuka!
Ruby.
Asuka!
Yeah, like, because they don't have the last women's standing match, which was pretty fucking dynamite.
No, that was Asuka and Nikki Cross.
So it was, yes.
But Ruby had the like no holds barred match with Deville. That may be what you're thinking about. And then that was the one that ended with Deville like locking in the choke while like Ruby was hanging half out of the ring to make it even worse for herself. Because like her body weight was like pulling her down while she was like in a chokehold. But yeah, so
No. Gravity was pulling her down.
oh, flat earthers, man.
Fucking flat earthers.
So apparently we live in a dome, according to someone we were talking to in the pub.
And to be fair though, I won that argument.
Yeah.
So you're saying the Earth's flat? No. I'm saying we live in a dome. And I'm like, but for it to be a dome, then the physical earth that we walk on would have to be flat.
Yes, and
that's how domes work.
No, a dome is where I think you'll find that a dome is where
This is the most accurate Smarky Grizz has ever been, by the way.
I think you'll find that a dome is actually where there's something inside it. Like there's things inside the dome. That's what makes it a dome.
It could be a fucking triangle, mate. There's still fucking space inside it. A dome is a half circle. If anyone disagrees, please tweet us at Heel Podcast.
Hashtag Flat Earthers.
I feel as if I did not get this fucking out yesterday.
And then,
but Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, and then he started tilting the glass with fucking booze in it, and it's like, is that straight? Is that straight? Is that straight? Right, when does the water curve to go round the globe?
Because it's fucking round, therefore bits of it are going to be deeper.
Yeah. And then, again, it's gravity, so that's how waterfalls work. See, when water goes off the edge, it gets pulled downwards, it doesn't go up. So, like, all the water is still getting pulled down, and then the deeper parts, and so it's all held towards the globe. Ridiculous. But I don't know. Let's ask AJ Styles.
Yeah.
He's seen some things.
Yeah. He has seen some things.
But yeah, Ruby Riott done pretty well. Like, she actually hit the Riot kick at one point for 2, so I guess that's her finisher completely useless now. Riot Squad and Becky and Naomi were all involved in this match in some form or fashion. But then Charlotte eventually wins with the figure of 8, which you were raging about, the fact that Riot tapped out instantly to.
Yes.
Which I do also agree. But it's just, it's more annoying because the figure 8 is fucking stupid. Like, you put on the figure 4, and then you do an arch, and all of a sudden that means it hurts more. No, that's not how that works. And it takes her so fucking long.
I kind of like that she does that, to be fair.
It takes her so long to do it, though.
Yeah, I get it.
Like the opponent's in the fucking figure 4 for about a minute and a half before she even, like, fucking gets into position to arch it up. Like, I think it would be more special if it's just like she's in the figure 4 for like a couple of minutes and she won't tap out. And she's like, I'm not gonna tap, bah! And then she does the arch, and then they're like, oh fuck, oh no. But I don't know. I just think the figure 8 looks fucking stupid. I've always thought it looks stupid, to be honest with you. But it's just the way that, like, she literally arched, and then Ruby Riott's like, tap, 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 and it's like, oh, well, that was fucking pointless.
Yeah.
You probably could have just held the figure 4 on for, like, 10 more seconds. She would have tapped out, and you wouldn't have needed to do the stupid arch at all.
Yeah.
There you go. And then what happens? J-Bay comes out. Japanese Bay. What?
You sure she's Japanese Bay? Oh no, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, because
Carrie
Carrie Sane's Pirate Bay.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't actually think to pull the trigger on this. I think we spoke about Asuka Charlotte on the podcast just after the Rumble.
Yeah, there was the potential of it, and then I kind of was like, oh well, Asuka's going to wrestle Charlotte at WrestleMania at the beginning of the night, and you were like, wait, what? And I was like, oh yeah, well that's what's rumored, and you're like, all right, I thought I'm fucking missed something there, and
yeah,
I was
I had seen it rumored, but
Yeah.
the way you said it, you kind of stated it as almost
as fact.
Yeah.
I know, I kind of did, didn't I? And then I was like, yeah, well, it's clearly happening tonight. And then, as soon as the match was over, I wandered.
Which you weren't even in the room for.
I wandered off to pee, and then all I heard was you shout, "Grizz, you were right," and I heard, and I was like,
finish.
I was tempted to just run back in, holding it and holding the rest of the pee in, but I was like, no, that'd be horrible for my guests.
So yeah, Charlotte won by submission in 30 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yep.
And I also realised I didn't mention this, but the tag team title match ran for 9 minutes exactly.
Nicely done.
Main event of the evening.
Wait, because that now brings me to the point I was wanting to get at. So Asuka comes out, points to the WrestleMania sign, looks Charlotte in the face, which means Charlotte will defend the SmackDown Women's title against Asuka at WrestleMania. That's where Carmella cashes in. She's going to cash in during the match, making it a triple threat, and I think Asuka's going to beat Carmella. Therefore, keeping Charlotte strong.
It's a good shout. Can I just say, though? I seen someone mention this on Facebook earlier, and I kind of half remember it. I may be wrong, or they may be wrong, but Asuka's already been put out of Battle Royal.
What are you talking about?
In NXT, Asuka was eliminated from a Battle Royal by Eva Marie.
Was she?
Yeah, apparently. Really should have looked into this further before bringing it up.
Should have probably researched it.
Apparently, she was.
Interesting.
It was kind of linked back to the whole Fabulous Moolah thing.
This probably happened well before the streak was established, though.
But it's still technically she was defeated. Anyway, so main event time. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn versus Barry Corbin. Barry Corbin?
Barry Corbin.
Big Barry. 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship, which I'm just going to put the time of this match in just now. Only ran for 21 minutes.
It was a fucking fantastic 21 minutes.
It was, but like it flew by. Like that, I think that match had half an hour in it.
That let's face it, this match was fucking fantastic, man. Like all 6 men done their fucking their fucking what's the word? Like they all done fucking amazing. They all hit their cues very well, and like let's face it. So I actually managed to find said match. So there's Asuka being beat up by the Aussie twins. They're now fighting each other. Asuka. Yep, Asuka's beating the shit out of the Aussie twins.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah. Butt bump. Oh, the Aussie twins are off. They're not twins. Asuka thinks she's won. There's Eva Marie. Eva Marie knocks out Asuka.
Eliminated Asuka.
There you go. Asuka lost to Eva Marie. Kudos to that guy.
Hey, I fucking... Listen, I just remembered there when we were talking about it, and I was like, oh fuck, I better look into that.
Well, there you go. Because, like, I think, like, the thing is, like, I typed in Eva Marie eliminates Asuka, and then it finished the sentence for me on YouTube before I could finish it. So it was like, clearly other people have been looking for that as well, and it's like, Asuka has lost the match. The streak is a lie. That's I quit wrestling.
He's gone.
Everything I know is a lie.
Which is why now, when I was saying before the Rumble, it'd been perfectly fine for her to get thrown out by everybody.
I'm going to go home and burn all my t-shirts.
So yeah, a really cool thing about the 6-pack challenge that I personally enjoyed
Go on.
was
It better not be the starting 5 seconds.
Sami Zayn coming out during Kevin Owens' entrance and completely interrupted it.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I missed that because I went to pee again. Yeah, I was drinking a lot, so clearly I was up like every 5 minutes.
But it was great because Kevin Owens is coming out, he's doing his usual fucking... Oh, and you just see his face go like, what the fuck?
Are you fucking serious?
He's kind of like turns round. Sammy comes out, does his dance, and then Sammy comes down the ramp and dances round him, completely ignoring him.
Nice.
I'm like, that's fucking dynamite.
Nice.
And actually, if they are going to do this Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match at WrestleMania, if they do end up doing it, to me it kind of feels like they're building Sammy as the heel.
Yeah, it does. And it's super interesting because it's a completely different dynamic. So even if, like, the two of them lose, then they start fighting each other. But like, they should portray Kevin Owens as the face now. I think they should at least try.
Yeah, totally. Because Sammy is coming across as an absolute dickhead.
He just keeps fucking him over at every turn. It's like, wow. Like, what an arse. But it's so entertaining.
Yeah, totally, man.
Like,
I
I don't...
didn't see it coming. The way I saw it, when the match was first rumoured back in January, the way I saw it was going to be that Sammy knew that the way his career was going, that he probably wasn't going to get a match at WrestleMania, so he created one for himself. Mm-hmm. That's the way I seen it going. Do you know what I mean? But that's totally not going that way, because Sammy is coming across like an absolute dick.
It's just like every turn, like on SmackDown, there was that 5-way, and Sami Zayn, like during the night, was like, "Look, Kevin, I'm gonna lie down at Fastlane and let you pin me and become WWE champion, and we'll go to WrestleMania together. Me in your corner, you as WWE champion against Nakamura." And then it ends up being a 5-way match at the end of the night, and Kevin Owens is in the corner. At one point, Sami Zayn just comes in, haluva kick, 1, 2, 3, and then Sami Zayn is just like, "I'm the best fucking wrestler," and everyone on SmackDown's overlooked me for far too long. And then during the pay-per-view tonight, or
Sunday night.
Sorry, yeah, during the pay-per-view, Sami Zayn was like, "Look, don't take what happened on Tuesday as anything. Like, that was completely different. My deal was for tonight. I will still lie down and let you pin me and become WWE champion. That's just trust me." And it's like, how can you trust someone that just pinned you on like Tuesday? But yeah, so the start of this match started with John Cena giving the Attitude Adjustment to 4 guys. So yeah, you're really not burying talent.
Yeah, I know. Although at the same time though, I think I said this when we were watching it on the night, I was actually okay with that happening, because it gives the whole fucking, this is my last chance sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So he was like fucking out all guns blazing. Which, as we find out on Raw, it didn't really matter, because he was going to fucking get his way to WrestleMania anyway.
By buying a ticket.
And actually, I actually spoke about this. What did you think of the whole Cena segment? I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
I think we should talk about it. We'll talk about it after we finish this. So there was a couple of... Yeah, we should also mention that Shane McMahon came out to watch the match, which was...
Yes, too, yeah.
Awkward. And then there was a spot where Sammy and Kevin were in the ring. Sammy goes, wait, I promised you. So you know what? I'm going to do it. He gets down on the floor, lies down, says, "Come on, Owens, pin me like we said we were going to do." And then Kevin Owens is like, "No, fuck that. Like, I'm too smart for this." He goes to like grab Sami Zayn by the head and probably going to lift him up for a pop-up powerbomb, but Sami Zayn with the roll-up for 2. The two of them end up outside after that. Sami Zayn is screaming in the face of Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens goes to do a super kick right to the back of the head of Sami Zayn, which if that happened would have been fucking dangerous.
Oh yeah, totally.
But Sami Zayn moved, and Kevin Owens super kicked Shane McMahon in the face. I was like, well, you shouldn't have been fucking out here to begin with.
Wow, ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh god, it was. Back in the ring, Kevin Owens hits a pop-up powerbomb on Dolph Ziggler. 1, 2, and then the ref disappears. And fucking Shane McMahon's just screwed Kevin Owens. Like, I don't care how much you dislike somebody, you cannot do that as a boss. You should be fired on the spot for fucking interfering. And then, the worst part after that is like, Sami Zayn gets a chance. I think he didn't haluva kick Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. And then went to pin Kevin Owens, and then Shane McMahon pulled Sami Zayn off. It's like, Sami Zayn didn't even fucking do it to you. He moved out the way of being kicked in the head, which a wrestler's going to do in a fucking wrestling match, and you got kicked by happenstance. And like he fucking fucks over Sami Zayn. I just got really fucking pissed off at that at the time.
You did. You were raging.
Like that was like the Kevin Owens thing. I could kind of understand because okay, Kevin Owens kicks you in the face, fair enough. But the Sami Zayn thing is like Sami Zayn didn't even fucking do it to him, and he buggers him over as well.
Well, to be fair, he's done a lot to him over the last couple of months.
Sami Zayn's not really done much to him.
Cost him a match at Hell in a Cell.
Okay, fair enough. But that's it. That's really been about it.
Still though, Shane pulling him off is then tit for tat.
Yeah, but like fucking Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has battered his fucking dad.
Tit.
And then there came the fucking scariest point of the entire match. Attitude adjustment on the stairs, Baron Corbin, John Cena with a cover, and I've never been this happy to see Dolph Ziggler in my entire fucking life than when he broke up the count. Fucking 9/10 of 2 9/10 to break that up. Because I honestly thought that was it, and John Cena was going to fucking WrestleMania, and they were going to make this a stupid 3-way. Ugh. Even reliving it's difficult.
3 was never going to happen.
The sequence, the ending sequence, I think it was I think it might have been Dolph Ziggler that received a pop-up powerbomb, but before Owens could even make the cover, like AJ Styles,
phenomenal forearm.
AJ Styles with a phenomenal forearm. He was out for a while. He went through a table.
He did, yes.
Yeah, John Cena put him through a table. So this was his first thing back, and it was just literally just the perfect amount of time while everyone else was fucking incapacitated. AJ Styles, still WWE champion. We're going to have a fucking shit hot match at WrestleMania. It's going to be my main event.
It's going to be my main event too. See if Cena and, see if Reigns and Lesnar headline Mania. I've said this in the podcast before. I will leave early and beat the crowds to Bourbon Street.
It's a fucking great idea.
Watch it on the telly.
Yeah. You say it's only a couple of minutes walk. You will actually make it to a pub and watch the rest. Get to watch the rest of it. You could probably, if you're really quickly,
make it during the entrances.
Leave as soon as the hype package comes on. So you've got the hype package and the entrances. So you'll probably get there for the match starting. You'll still get to see.
I'm probably not going to. I'm probably going to stay in the fucking stadium until it's done. But that's my intent is to not do that.
See, if I was with you, I would probably be up for leaving as well, because if we still get to see at least the end of it on telly, we're there with fucking cheap beers, considering what New Orleans Arena. I don't know what the fuck the place is called.
Ask Hulk Hogan; he'll tell you.
Oh, the Silverdome.
Yeah.
Or is it what's the other place? I just can't remember what the other place is called.
It's the Mercedes-Benz Superdome,
That's
but Hogan called it the Silverdome. Yeah.
So I made that joke properly. Go me.
By sheer accident, you made it properly.
Yes. One last thing I wanted to bring up. See, every time John Cena tries to incorporate new moves in his arsenal, he always fucks them up. But yet people keep saying that, oh no, John Cena is actually a good wrestler. Yeah, he probably is, considering the fact that he only does the same 5 moves. And I know this is an old ass dig, but I remember, I think it was last week on Raw, he was wrestling Goldust. He tried to do something new. I can't exactly remember the move, but it was he done something, and then the commentators were like, oh, that was new from John Cena, and I was like, yeah, but it looked fucking terrible.
It looked awful.
Yeah, so, and then remember the fucking springboard stunner that always looked awful that he used to do? Let's face it, John Cena is considered a good wrestler because he doesn't try new moves, and when he does try new moves, they're fucking terrible.
He does his moveset, and does his moveset very well.
Exactly. Because it's taken him fucking 15 years to perfect those 5 moves. And yes, we just fucking, you can't see me to each other.
Anyway,
we
shall get this wrapped up.
Wait.
We shall get this wrapped up, but before we do,
Okay.
Cena's promo on Raw / his WrestleMania match.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. I thought you forgot that. That's why I was
No.
saying wait.
No.
So he came out, started talking about, I'm going to go to WrestleMania as a fan. And then wandered out, called some guy Sasquatch, which was really offensive. And then came back into the ring and goes, that's something I wouldn't normally do. Wait a minute. Things I wouldn't normally do. Okay, I'm going to challenge The Undertaker.
Things I'm not supposed to do.
Same difference.
I loved it. I'll be honest with you, man. I loved the segment. I loved the pacing of it. I loved the believability that he was not going to be part of WrestleMania. That I'd already seen that he challenged Undertaker. It was spoiled for me, so I knew that was coming. But if I was watching that, completely blind, not knowing where it was going to go, I would have been buying into Cena is not going to be part of WrestleMania, because it's also a really great thing. It's also a really great thing for him to do, to be the whole I'm not going to be part of WrestleMania, and by such he is being part of WrestleMania by saying he's not going to be blah 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 blah. But the pacing of the segment for me was phenomenal. He's jumping into the crowd, drinking beer, and just being like, I'm going as a fan. That was fucking great. And then his like epiphany where he was like, do you know what? Yeah, let's challenge Undertaker. But then, after he challenged Undertaker, he then created a story for a reasoning behind him challenging the Undertaker, other than this is the only way I'm going to be in WrestleMania.
Nah, it was shit. I hated it.
That's where we're going to have to disagree in this one, man.
Definitely. Because he came out, just spouted a bunch of shit, and it's like, I'm going to be a fan of WrestleMania. It's like, right, every WrestleMania doesn't need John Cena. Do you want to fuck off for a bit? Like fucking The Rock? Like, he doesn't need to be at every WrestleMania. We don't need you. We don't need you. We've had enough of you.
Technically, the last 10 years, The Rock's only missed one WrestleMania.
One?
Yep.
In the last 10 years?
Yes.
I find that hard to be true.
He's obviously not wrestled every WrestleMania, but he has been on 9 of the last 10 WrestleManias.
No, I find that hard to be true. Do you want to... Right.
Not just now, right? We'll post on Facebook about it.
Because
I don't think it's going to be that easy to
He came
search.
back at WrestleMania 27. So... 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
He wasn't on 34. 34 was the one he missed. No, sorry, 33 is what he missed.
Right, so...
But no, I'm talking about him just being on the show in some way, shape or form.
So in the way, shape or form, it's been the past 5 years, not 10.
No, it's about 10. 10 might be, that's me pulling a number at my arse, but it's about 10.
No, because 27 was when he came back. He was not on any other
but he came back and
yeah, he was the host
actual role.
He was the host of
but he'd still been on it.
I don't think he was. He wasn't. Because that's why him being the host of WrestleMania 27 was so big, where Miz versus John Cena was the main event at WrestleMania. That was his comeback. Like, he was not on WrestleManias before that. Absolutely not, he wasn't.
We'll look at it. I'm sure it was.
I'm 100% sure that you're saying the past 10 WrestleManias like is a complete lie.
No, I don't
not
think
a lie.
it is.
Not a lie, but like a miss.
Because I remember it getting announced that he was going to be at WrestleMania 32, and everyone going,
yeah, that was
well, of course he is, because he's been at like the last fucking 8 or something like that. Was at that point
the last 2 or 3?
No, last 2 is completely wrong.
Oh, okay.
32 to 27. That's
because
5, motherfucker.
No, yeah, exactly. 5 is not 10. That's half of 10. But yeah.
No, I'm like, okay, we'll look at it.
Right, you know what? We'll finish this talk of the segment. We're going to pause it. We're going to look it up right now, and then we're going to come back.
We'll look it up, and we'll...
No,
Facebook
because we always do this. We always make things like this, and then we say we're going to look at it in our own time, and then we forget. But I want to prove that I'm fucking right.
I don't think it's going to be as easy to just fucking Wikipedia it.
Yes, it will. Bet you it will.
Right, let's finish this scene, I think.
Right, okay. So I thought it was corny as fuck, and then he just started constantly insulting The Undertaker, saying, "Get over your own ego." And it's like, Undertaker get over his own ego? When you just ran about from Raw
See,
and
that's true.
SmackDown
That's true.
for the past
I
2
will
months,
absolutely give you that.
trying to batter himself into any old fucking match to get in WrestleMania, and he says, "Undertaker, go over your own ego," drove me nuts. And I appreciate that you agree with that.
I do agree with that, man. Like, the whole ego thing kind of annoyed me, but
Aye.
I still loved the promo, right? I'm sorry, I loved it. Fight
I
me.
did like-
I also love Kid Rock into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Kid Rock!
Right.
Bound, the bang, a dang, diggy, yabby, zabby, zabby, jubby, up, jumped up the boogie. I think that's how you used to say that song. Right.
We're going to pause this
Yep.
and check this Rock thing, and then we'll wrap it up.
Boom.
And I was wrong.
Chris was wrong. I was right. Once again, never disrespect the Chris.
I worked out that I think it was probably
No,
5.
I worked out.
No.
And then he had the hissy fit.
No.
And then ran away to pee.
No. I worked out that I think it was maybe 5 years already, not 10. 5 years makes a hell of a lot of sense. When we worked it out there.
He worked it out. It was 5 years after I proven that he hadn't appeared in a WWE WrestleMania ring since WrestleMania 20, and then returned at WrestleMania 27. That's at least 7 years there. And then he was at the next 5 WrestleManias, and then wasn't it 33?
Yeah.
So he wasn't every WrestleMania within the last 10 years, other than 33.
Yeah, so I was wrong. Grizz is right. The fucking peasants can rejoice. Ho!
See, I'm up.
Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Heel Podcast. And also, don't forget, you can hear our archives on the World Wide Web at heelpodcast.co.uk. Well, that's all, folks. So long. Have a good day.